I planted up a beautiful fall container, and I want to get this on my table out here. But my table, I had my Amaryllis bulbs that we were starting to push the growth out, and they have put on a tremendous amount of growth. And I wanted to get my fall container out here because, baby, we are ready to jump full speed into fall over here. Now, I know it doesn't seem like it. Just yesterday, I was out here packing my garden just full of spring containers, and then we dove right in from spring, and then we dove right into the summertime. But it is that time of year where I start to put out my fall containers. Look at all of this beautiful growth that the Amaryllis bulbs have put on, and this is what I'm talking about. So in order to get those beautiful blooms that we're going to be wanting during the fall time, in order to make, during the winter time, in order to make those beautiful arrangements, this is what my growth should have already really been surpassed this a lot bigger. So now what we're doing is we are forcing energy down into the bulbs. Now this is going to push our show off a little bit, but it's fine because I do have more bulbs that I've already got my name on. I got my order out there, and look at this, you guys. Isn't this a big difference? Even the smallest bulb that I said I was forcing this in order to multiply my blooms, this is already ready to get potted up to the next container. So what we're going to do, we're going to head inside. I'm going to show you guys this arrangement here. Beep! Here's the container that we're going to be popping out on this table here. Now, you guys, I planted this up in a short. I'll make sure to link this video down in the description box. Just go ahead and tell you guys what's in this container. We have some mums here, and we also have some Gerber daisies or Gerber daisies. We have some calla lilies here, and it's just a repeat of everything. And the container is giving very much fall. So what I like to do with my mums, I'm not afraid to put mums out early in the season because I know how to extend my bloom times. And I've done videos about how to keep your mums blooming. And I've also showed you guys how even when we get into where we're pulling our fall containers out and we're starting with our winter containers, honey, my mums is still bringing it with the good blooms on it, honey, because it's all about knowing the plant behavior, and that's how you're going to get those consistent blooms here. Get this container out. Oh, honey, it's heavy. Woo! Geranium in, and then I also brought this Amaryllis bulb in. Now this Amaryllis bulb, you can see where it does have some new roots that's coming out of it. Focus. So we're going to repot this one. I'm just going to put it a little bit deeper down inside of the container. So I'm just going to put this right back in its place, and then I'm going to take some small sticks to give it a little bit of support here. And we'll go ahead and we'll put a little bit of soil just around the top of it. And we'll come back to this one in just a second. Now, this geranium, it is loaded. Do you hear me? It is loaded with buds. I mean, everywhere you look, there is a bud on this geranium. Now, I use my secret formula that I like to put together in order to make sure I just get that show that I'm looking for with my geraniums. But also to make sure your geraniums get a beautiful bloom, what you want to do is anything that's showing any signs of wear and tear, you want to come in and you kind of just take those off all the way back down, because we don't want any energy being wasted trying to save this leaf here, because this one right here is going to explode. Let me go ahead, let's get a container down real quick. And I think we're just going to use something just this smaller. All right, there we go. And you know what? I might actually have to go a little wider because it's totally loving. Yep, we're gonna have to go wider. Okay, we're gonna go wider here. So what we're gonna do, green here. We're going to use a little bit of soil. Okay, so that is a perfect fit. And so the reason why I chose to go wider is because we have to think about this. If we disrupt the roots, then what is going to happen is the leaves, the entire system of this geranium feels that. So we want to make sure we don't have any root disturbance in order to continue on with our show. So that's why sometimes when we're planting and you have this beautiful flower that you put out, you pop it where it's supposed to be outside in your garden, and then you come back a few days and you notice that the plant looks like it's on death's door. It's knocking, baby. It's knocking right on death's door, and that's because of root disturbance. So we don't want to mess up our show, so we're just going to come in and we're going to just pot this just like this. Okay, am I missing any leaves in the front? Okay, this leaf right here, let's take this off. Okay, so now we have this potted up. We're going to water. We're not going to give any water to our amaryllis bulb. To place this on a saucer. So now I have it potted up. It's a better look. I did put a saucer up underneath of it, and so we'll set this off to the side. And then this amaryllis bulb right here, I am going to take back outside to the garden, and then we'll hop on to the next task. Have the shelf from Home Depot. I want to set the other shelf up in here because I have a boatload of containers that I need to get put in on this side here because I'm switching things around. But I need to clean this off, move this table out the way so I have room to work. So you know what? We don't have time to do all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that remote in. Where's my remote? Okay, everything is cleared out now. This entire shelf right here needs to come down. So we're going to pull all of this pottery down. So we might as well go ahead and start. And I will use the remote now. I would use the remote, but I'm not going to use the remote because the remote just gets rid of things and we don't want that, okay? So what I'm going to do is we're going to start taking this down. You guys, oh, this is a headache, but let's get started. I'm going to clean this area out. I have my propane tank that I need to move out of there, and then we'll sweep up a bit, use the vacuum cleaner, and that way we can get everything moved over, and then we got to put all this stuff back, y'all. The shelf is now moved over, so now guess what? We got to put all this stuff back in order to make room so we can assemble the other shelf. So this shouldn't take no time. It didn't really take a lot of time taking everything down, so I feel like we probably should be able to do this real quick. So let me get the first pot. See, we already have one full shelf filled up. Now we have to fill up the rest of them. This shelf is done. Now we got to assemble the shelf, and guess what? We got to move this shelf out. Now when I move this stand right here, a lot of times what I will do is I just move it with the pots on there. I know, I'm so extra. I am so extra, because really I should be pulling everything down, moving it, but what I like to do is I'll just go in and I'll move just the little small pieces like this, stuff that's on the edge. And then baby, I moves it right on out the way. Don't try this in your plant room. Let's go over what's in the box. So here are our locking mechanisms. We have our instructions, and then we have our shelves here. The shelf looks like it's completely in. Everything is sturdy. This shelf holds 600 pounds. So it is going to be able to take the weight of the pots that's going to go on the shelf here. I like to use these shelves to store my terracotta. My concrete, I like to go for more of an industrial, commercial type shelf, because they have some shelves that take a lot more weight than 600 pounds. And that's total collectively. Modular, if you will. And I really like that, because it's going to give me the capability to change out the shelves the way that I need them to be to fit these containers. Now, we got to fill up these shelves. But you know what? Up in here, we've been moving pots here, there, everywhere. So the only thing that is left to do now is to bring that remote in. Now, this is when you summon the remote. Where's my remote? Woo!
Like it's all in there, Mom.